Now, I said terminology can be used as a research tool, and this is how. So let's take the word scoliosis here, and I'm going to tap on Wikipedia. And we can see it opens up the Wikipedia page for scoliosis, and I can browse in here without going back out to Safari. It's fully interactive and achievable within the app. And the same goes here for ChatGPT. You'll see that if you don't log in to your ChatGPT account, it's going to ask you if you'd like to, but I'm going to stay logged out for now. And what it does is it just executes the prompt define scoliosis and carries out that command. So I'm just going to let this finish. And there we have our definition of scoliosis according to ChatGPT. Now, even though I'm in terminology, I can carry on using ChatGPT here, almost as though I'm in the application itself. So let's follow up. Can you give me more information on the treatment? Now, this is going to take a little while, so I'm just going to pause and let it run. Okay, that's completed, and I now have more of a detailed analysis on how scoliosis can be treated, all from within terminology, which is nice. I can tap on these ellipses here to copy the link or open this in a browser. Then I've got arrows here to go back and forward through the different research pages that I've been using. Now, what other default research options do we have up here? Well, we have the Oxford English Dictionary here. And I should point out that any of these research sources that involve going out to an external website, if there are any ads that appear, well, that's not actually terminology that's showing those. It's contained within the external site's settings. So you will see a message when you first run terminology explaining this. I've closed that already before recording, however. Now, next to that, we have ThesaurusOnline. And then, of course, you can do a Google search. Then, as I say, you can just use these arrows to navigate through the pages that you've looked at. Now, tapping this button down here gives us some more research options. So some are replicated from the header bar that we saw, but there are buttons here that can directly take you to a full page version of the site there. Then if I tap done, I'm back into the main app. Now, there are a few new ones here. So we have Wiktionary there. There's the movie database as well. And there is also Apple's own lookup tool down here at the bottom, which brings up the same results that you would see if you long pressed on a word and tapped lookup. Then if I come out and just come back to this definition here, you can see that within the footer here, we have yet another place where we can assign resources. So let's look at how we can change these resources that we have available. And for this, we need to go into settings. And in settings, we come down here to manage resources. Now, the three locations that we have seen are here. So we have the header at the top, the pop-out menu at the bottom, and then we have the footer, which are these ones just behind here. So let's go for header. And this is what we have so far. We recognize these. However, if I tap on plus up here, if you have a pro subscription, you can add a new blank resource. So perhaps there's a server that you want to query, or there's a resource that isn't in the library and you want to add your own. But I'm going to go to select from library so that we can see some of the pre-built ones that we can choose from. They're split into different sections. So we have our dictionary resources at the top. So one that I think I will be adding is this one for thesaurus.com. I'll add that when we've got to the bottom, when I see what else is there. Then the next section here, we've got different reference sources. So I can see Wolfram Alpha there. We've got the idioms dictionary. Then moving down, we have our AI sources. So there are two different ChatGPT ones here. So the define one will take the search word and then put the prompt define before it. Whereas the history one, of course, will prefix your search term with the word history. Then we also have hooks into Claude there, as well as Perplexity. So good options there. And also we have our traditional search resources. So we saw Google, but you can search within Reddit, DuckDuckGo, Kaji there. We've got some entertainment-based research sites, as well as news and technology. So no shortage of options here for you. But I'm going to go back up though and just add in the thesaurus one here. And then just come up and I can see it added to my header bar there. So I'll tap wonderful in my history, then tap thesaurus. and I'm taken to an inline page here on thesaurus.com that gives me some admirable, amazing, and astonishing synonyms there for the word wonderful.